Today is Tuesday, March 7th, I believe. I lose track. It's currently around 6 in the morning. Driving to work. Some people may say that's early. This is actually late for me. I usually head to work around 4 in the morning, but I get paid to drive. So the earlier I clock in, the more money I make. Anyways, moving on. So, name is Eric. This is gonna be my first video, and the way I decided to at least upload my videos is with no cuts or edits, just straight through. Just because I don't have the time to do all the editing, I'm just gonna go record, pause, and upload, or stop, not pause, but whatever. But if you notice, the channel is called Alpha Depression. And you may be wondering why the name, what's the point of this channel? So I'm using this channel more for myself, kind of like a daily journal, a video journal, but also explore through the stories of my depressions I had in the past. I'm not saying I'm 100% away from that depression life anymore, So I know a lot of people out there that think they have a great life, or they know they have a great life, but for some reason they just can't fight depression. And they don't want to admit they have depression because they see themselves as this alpha male. They're head of this company, CEO, all that good stuff, but when they get home, their mind doesn't turn off. And when your mind overthinks things, you kind of always go to this dark place. I'll give you an example. I don't know this is more of an anxiety thing. I don't know if you ever been to the grocery store and you go to the aisles, and there's the aisle that you want, aisle number 5, let's call it, the cereal aisle. And once you turn around the corner to go inside your aisle, there's a bunch of people in that aisle, and you yourself, instead of going through everyone, trying to guide yourself up next to each other, you just decide to go to the following aisle and go around, or wait your turn until that aisle gets empty, all because you just don't want to deal with that social aspect, the awkwardness of going through the lanes, all the people, or you accidentally bump or eye contact with someone. That is one form of anxiety, but the reason I bring up anxiety and depression is they actually go hand in hand. One example of them going hand in hand is if you get invited to a social gathering, and two things may happen. Thing number one, you decide not to go, and then you kind of stay at home or do your thing, and then you think of like, okay, are they gonna talk shit about me? I do curse a lot. They talk shit about me for not going, or are they having fun without me, or because I'm not there, are they talking shit about me in general? And that leads to depression, because I've been through that before, and I know that's very common, especially with girls for some reason. I don't know the science behind that. I'm not a doctor. And the second thing that could happen is you do go to this event that you get invited to, and you're the one that just stays quiet. You see everybody act out stories, tell stories with very, very colorful hand gestures, be loud, and you're just there. You're not very interacting, other than you're just laughing with the group. Again, I dealt with that before. And that leads to depression, because you just overthink things, and you're like, you can think, am I boring, or am I gonna be single because I got invited to this party as a girl that I like, though, but I have no way to figure out how to talk to her, or if she thinks I'm an idiot. So now, obviously, the channel is called Alpha Depression. So how do those two names combine? Well, I myself would like to consider myself an alpha based on my status that I have in my personal life. That doesn't mean shit to you guys, because you guys don't know me. You you guys can see me that he's just beta. But based on the people that I surround myself with, I'm the leader. Now, signing up by calling yourself an alpha, you yourself cannot give yourself that title. It's the peers around you that give you that title. Obviously, they're not going to directly call you alpha, but it's the way they respect you, the way they look at you, the way you carry yourself around them, and then that's how you become an alpha. Another thing about being an alpha is, alpha, a lot of people think means very, manly, very powerful. Powerful to a sense, yes. Manly, I could argue with that, and I'll give you an example of that as well. So, with being alpha, you just have to be very dominant of something where other people give you respect. Here's an example of a guy who's not very manly. This guy, if you see him, he's very shy, he's very awkward when he makes interviews, but people give him respect. And I'm pretty sure if you ask anyone, majority of the people call him an alpha. There are those people that call him a beta because of the way he carries himself physically and mentally sometimes. But that guy's name is Elon Musk. One of the guys, world's richest men. Most people won't call him an alpha because he's not a very manly guy. He kind of walks with a slouch a little bit. He kind of stumbles over his words a lot, maybe from anxiety. I do that too as well, by the way. I do stumble a lot, so I do apologize if I say something, I mumble, or I repeat myself a lot. Alright, that being said, yeah, Elon Musk. So I will consider him an alpha. He makes a lot of money. I would prefer to be him than the most masculine guy in the facility. So that's one example of, you don't have to be manly to be alpha. You just have to be dominant in your field, or at least dominant in the group that you surround yourself with. Alright, I'm gonna take a little sip of my energy drink because it is early. Now, another thing that I want to do with this channel is, there is some issue going around with the new generation. I mean, I'm 35, so I'm right in the middle where there's an old generation that hates me and there's a new generation that hates me. I'm right in the middle. Eventually, I'm gonna end up in the old generation and I'll hate everyone, but that's a different story. But with the new generation, there's a lot of depression going around, and sometimes when you're depressed initially, a lot of shyness. I think the new generation is very shy. They hide behind the keyboard a lot, social media, and all that good stuff. It's hard for them to become an alpha. I believe most of the new generation are more followers, more of a group gathering type of personality versus it's kind of like a single person, I do it myself kind of personality. But I'm gonna create this channel is how to get out of that, how to beat depression and to become an alpha, be dominant. Because if you're depressed from this get-go, it's gonna be hard to be dominant in anything, though, because your body or your mind, specifically your mind, will find an excuse not to be dominant, not to be alpha, not to go pick up that girl, not to apply for that job that you want, not to apply for that school, college that you want to do. Or even with depression too, in college, here's another good example, is if you're trying to apply for a college that you really want to go to, pick any college you want, I don't care, and you turn it in, you get the anxiety, the initial anxiety of, I'm not good enough for this, or I haven't heard from him in about a week or two or a month, however long it takes to get a result. And then you get the depression, like, oh, they're not gonna hit me up, or you know what I'm trying to say. But also too, depression goes to come with, let's just say you do get denied for the job, you do get denied by the girl, you get denied by the school. Depression will hit hard after that, because no one likes getting denied for anything. And you get depressed. The goal is for me is to get out of that mindset of depression, move on to the next school, move on to the next job, because eventually you'll get in somewhere. You may not be the best school you want, best job, or maybe the best girl. That's a different type of story, but whatever. Just move on, try to get the experience or the schooling and enjoy it, and then try again next year. So yeah, that's a little bit about the channel. I'm sorry, I do kind of go back and forth though, because I am driving to work. And yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about me, about what I do for work, and how did I beat depression. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know how long YouTube lets me how long the video to be, because back in my day, which is not that long ago, they had a limit of 10 minutes per video. I'm starting to see a new trend on YouTube where it's more about 15 plus minutes. So I don't know if they kind of expanded that time to whatever you want it to be, or do you have to pay membership to get more minutes upload time. But anyway, so a little bit about me. So my name is Eric Baina. I'm 35. I suffer depression most recently through a divorce that happened a year exactly from today. Keep in mind, divorces happen sometimes spontaneously, meaning you didn't have a plan B. You know, you get married because you don't plan the plan B because you think that's it. You know, that's to live your life and see you pass away with your partner. I didn't have a plan B. I ended up being homeless because even though we were married, her house was hers. I was never in a title. Granted, I'm not gonna take that house away from her, because obviously in some states, you know, it's 50-50 when you get divorced. No, I have enough pride in myself where she worked hard for her house before she met me, and she's gonna keep it. I'm not gonna fight for anything. I'm not that spiteful. I hate when people get divorced and there's like a bitterness between each other, and they do everything to ruin their lives after they get separated or divorced. I'm not like that. If you work hard for yourself, I'm not taking that away. So anyways, I became homeless. I was staying out on the street for about 3-4 weeks, and eventually I had a friend who was my old EMT buddy, because I'm a paramedic. My old EMT buddy who brought me into his house. It was a nice house too. It's here in Los Angeles. So I stayed with him for about a month or 2 months. In that time, you know, alcohol became part of my life. I was still proactive in applying for jobs, because it's so easy now. It's all online stuff, you know, during COVID season, so you really don't apply in person. So I applied online, and eventually I landed this one job at a psych facility, which was okay money, but I wasn't happy. It was the most boring job in the world because I work graveyard. And then I found another job where I'm at right now, which is now I'm in nuclear medicine. And I love this job because I make a lot more money than most people out there. And I don't even do nothing. They come in, I do my thing, talk to the patient, scan them, and they'll head out. And I get paid for driving. I get paid for my food. You know, I make about over 6 figures at this job. So it's that's actually what I'm telling you why I'm not depressed anymore. Because depression came from obviously my financial status of being homeless, and also through my divorce, and obviously alcohol. Let's bring up alcohol a little bit, at least when it comes to me. I'm still not what you consider sober. I consider myself more of a controlled drinker. So the reason I say that is because I still drink, but I don't drink to get drunk. You know, I hate soda. I don't drink soda by any means. But when I go out and enjoy my food, I don't want to drink water. So I just drink a beer, cocktail. I'm a big guy, so maybe 3 cocktails would do good for one night. 4 beers. You know, sometimes I kind of lean towards beer because you get more full, then you get buzzed. But yeah, so going back to alcohol, I am now what you consider sober. I still drink, but in a controlled manner. But with that being said, if you do deal with depression, the goal is cut away alcohol. Because trust me, I've been there where you wake up and the first thing you want to do is drink because you don't want to deal with the day. You have nothing to do all day, so you drink alcohol to make the day go by faster. And then you just fall asleep and you wake up and you're awake all night because you were drinking and sleeping all day. And trust me, depression does make alcohol a gateway. I don't know how you want to say it. Alcohol will make you more depressed and make sure thinking of stuff more exaggerated. So stay away from alcohol. Obviously, there's a lot of AA programs. I don't go with AA. I'm not a group person when it comes to my issues. Yeah, I'm talking to a fucking YouTube channel right now. But anyways, going back to me. So yes, so now I work at this place where I do nuclear medicine, make decent income. I do have some side businesses. I do my little side gigs that bring me good passive income, but that's just for fun. I don't take it too seriously. So, alright, so let's go ahead and move on to something else. And again, if I'm going back and forth with the way that I'm talking, it's because I'm driving. I'm on this freaking Orange County Freeway called the 91. People don't know how to drive. The way I beat depression is obviously just all I had to do is get my shit together and get a job and start from scratch again. Now I live in a nice area in Torrance, so I went from being homeless to Torrance. You guys should go to LA. Torrance is a pretty decent area. It's not the nicest per se. It's not luxury, but it's safe. I mean, I grew up in the ghetto, so I'd rather have...
Head southeast toward Beach Boulevard. Turn right onto Beach Boulevard, then make a U-turn.
I'm gonna change lanes here. Alright, so I just got off the freeway though, so if I kind of pause a lot, it's because my GPS is talking to me. And you know how it is when you try to talk to someone on the phone, GPS talks to you, and then just get mind fucked. Alright, so I'm just going ahead and talk for about another 2 more minutes, and then I'm gonna cut it short. So I'm gonna make videos like this.
Make a U-turn.
Kind of like my journal every morning and every afternoon. So basically, when I drive to work and when I drive home from work, I do go to work a little bit early. So sometimes the lighting is not going to be the best. I'll do my best, but you're not here to see my face. So if you just hear the audio, I mean, that's good enough. But during the evening time when I get off work around 5-6 p.m. there is sun out there, so you will see my ugly little face. But yeah, so the last thing I want to talk about is, so this channel is primarily to let people know that it's okay to be an alpha and depressed.
In 1,000 feet, take the State Highway 91 East ramp.
And still feel depressed. It's okay. It's not okay to be depressed, not on being on top of the world.
Take the State Highway 91 East ramp, then merge onto California 91 East.
No, you have to change it. If you're depressed, you have to be happy with yourself. You have to be controlling something. You're gonna be dominant in something. There's over 7 billion people now. The number always changes in this world. You gotta be dominant in something. You have a lot of competition, but everybody's gotta be dominant in something. You gotta give yourself a reason to be born. If you're just a follower and you just follow the trends and just follow what other people do, I mean, you're just a copycat. You're just a clone of someone else.
Continue on California 91 East for 3 miles.
You have to look like someone else to be a clone. If you're just a follower, you're just a clone. I think I'm gonna start using that a lot. Be an alpha, don't be a clone. It sounds catchy, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna upload this video today. I mean, it doesn't matter if me saying that though, because by the time you see it, it's been uploaded. And then I'm gonna upload another one tonight. And if you guys have any topics, like what you want me to bring up, anything about depression medication, therapy, I went through it all, and I've been through it all. Go and ask away. Like I said, I will be consistent making these videos because I'm using this more of also a therapy journal, mornings and nights. So all I have to do is just
In 2 miles, take exit 27 for Euclid Street.
and I mean, hopefully it works out. I mean, hopefully it will help me out mentally as well. We'll know by 3 weeks from now, because it takes 21 days to become a habit. And it becomes a habit, you know if you like it or not. But yeah, other than that, go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you can kind of help out the channel. This is a brand new channel, so I have very little followers. I have no likes, because again, this is my first video. But I'm going to try to make these videos somewhat very exciting, but not too exciting though, because again, we're talking about depression, which is a serious topic. Anxiety, we'll be talking about anxiety. Social anxiety is a very big one these days. Depression through a divorce, depression, financials, and all that good stuff. So other than that, you guys have a blessed day. I'm not religious, but I say that anyways. Sorry about that. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you when I see you.